Muted again. Hey everybody! I'm seeing some hellos. Hello. Grand Rising. How are y'all doing? Don't forget to like the live when you come in. Grand Rising. Excuse me. Terribly sorry. Let me grab me some of my water. Alrighty. Seems like we got some more people in here. Hello, hello, hello. Don't forget to like the live when you come in. So we're starting off where we left off yesterday with our Hello Kitty coloring page. Runaway colored pencils. Okay, so we last worked on the fence and the branch, and we're gonna go ahead and work on the rest of the tree. I think this will be a good green. Jade? I think jade will be a good green. Can my camera focus? Can we focus? Hello? There we go. What y'all got going on? How y'all doing? Let's mix some green in there too. This one's crazy looking. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see well? I'm existing pretty much. Yes. Alrighty. That's good. That's good. I am well. I am very well. This should be good too. Trying to figure out some colors for our flowers because I want to make them different colors just because I can. I need a yellow too for the center. Grandest of Writings. This is a nice color. And I think this orchid will do. Need a blue up here. This is a lot of orange. Hold on. This is a nice magenta, but I need some blue. What kind of blue should we put up here? Let's put a dark blue up there to help cut through with the colors. Have everybody's Friday Eve? Yes, it is Friday Eve. Mine is going swell. So, let me scooch this on over. One of my pencils ran away. That's fine though. Split this in half, stick this over here. We're not using all of these. We're only using these. Looks like the sun is hiding today. It is, but here's the thing. Right before I went live, it was just shining through my window. Guess I got a little camera shy. Y'all got any plans for Friday or this weekend coming up? Where'd that color pencil go? Never mind, I got it. Dang. Yeah, the sun's hiding. That's fine though. So we're just gonna go ahead and these are the colors that we got. About to work on our upper tree here. Most of the other colors are for the flowers. But we got some greens so that we can start working on the leaves. I like to rotate my pages so that it's easier for what I'm doing. So we should start with a bold outline of light green first. Got something in my eye. Let me go ahead and get this pumped together. So we're gonna outline with this bright green, then we're gonna shade it in with this jade green. And we're gonna add some like small details with this dark well, this is just green, but it's darker than these first two. So give it a little bit of depth. This reminds me of Frank Sinatra. Do y'all know who Frank Sinatra is? The evergreen looks nice. Yes, this is. Wait, is this? Is this evergreen? It says light green, but it probably is evergreen. Thank you. This is a very nice color. I hope it goes well. I do know of Oh Blue Eyes. That's funny because I have heard people call him that. And at first I was like, are these two different people or is that just his nickname? This makes me want to color. Go ahead and grab some color pencils, color crayons, whatever you want to color with. Grab a page and come on and sit by me. The darker green is closer to evergreen, like pine trees. That's what I was thinking. I had a pine green in here. I don't know where it went though. Or maybe I overlooked it. Hold on. What's y'all's favorite Oh Blue Eyes song? Now I haven't listened to like every single. Hold on. I haven't listened to every last one of his songs, so I wouldn't know every last one of them. But I know a good handful of them. Fly Me to the Moon is one of my favorite songs. That's actually one of the first few songs that I knew by Frank Sinatra. Not sure. There's a few I like that's what I was saying. Like I don't particularly have a favorite. I really like them all. I'm not seeing this pine green. That's lime green. No, that's light lime. Maybe I don't have it. Maybe I lost it. That's that's blue. This violet. Yeah, it's not in these. It just looks so dark this morning. Yep, don't have them. I think I actually was using this regular green. But it looks more of a pine, so I really don't know. Speaking of pine, do y'all know Gravity Falls? Like the Pines family? One thing I've always wondered is like how that all works. Cause if Grunkle Stan and Grunkle Ford I have watched Gravity Falls. See, that's nice. That's very nice. One of the craziest shows I ever watched growing up. But one of the things I've always wondered is where their mom comes into play, talking about or their dad, talking about Dipper and Mabel, because if Uncle Ford and Uncle Stan are their uncles, are they friends of the parents or are they like biologically siblings? Because when we get their backstory about the twin brothers, the Stan and Ford, we only see them two. We don't see another kid biologically. Okay, I thought they were biologically their uncle. So now I wonder. Like, I'm pretty sure their mom is the one that's related to Ford and Stan, but we didn't see her when we were going through like their backstory. We didn't see either of their parents actually throughout the entire series. And then they tried to hit us with, "Oh, you're getting another season in 2024. It's 2026. Where's my season? Where's my second season? Where's my well, no, there was more than two seasons. Where's the new season? Where's the summer season that we were supposed to get? I've been patiently waiting for years. Where did that go?" Ah, there we go. Because how are you going to tell us that we're getting a new season and then just disappear when the stuff comes up, when the deadline comes up? You could, but at least you ain't play with our hearts like GTA be doing. Like, oh yeah, here's the date. Well, actually, we're gonna push it back again. We gotta push it back due to complications and whatnot. So, thank you for not continuously leading us on that. But you could have told us like, hey, we had to scrap the whole thing. And if y'all don't know, the voice actor or the creator of Gravity Falls is the voice actor of many characters in the show. One of them being Bill Cipher, which I think is absolutely funny. This is a bit darker than I wanted. Is that good? We'll roll with it. The joys of coloring and not knowing how it's gonna go. That is something I really want to see. Like, when it comes to standing forward, we already got their background. We seen that they went on little adventures and whatnot. I want to see, like, what the mom was doing. Did she have, like, a normal life? Bill looks like a Dorito. Yes, the very weird, ultra powered Dorito with a top hat. Excuse me. And one thing that's like super funny is when villains are like at their peak at the end of the season and they have their piano and they're singing their hearts out about how they're like at their peak and whatnot, all for them to be locked up later. And I've noticed that in three different characters over the years. First, it was Bill Cipher. Then it was wait, hold on. First, it was Bill Cipher. Then it was Kane from the Amazing Digital Circus, and then it was Vox from Hazbin Hotel. And I was like, what's up with these characters? And they're all centered around like the 1950s, 60s, around that time. I don't know what it is about that makes it so amazing. One thing that has been brought to my attention that really like had me like sad, super sad, is someone on the internet, someone amazing, had drawn a human form of Bill Cipher, like what they would look like if they were human, and or if they had a human form, because he's not human at all. But hold on, should have known too good to be true. Ending wrapped up too nicely. Understood. But on the back of it, we got left on a cliffhanger. On the back of it, it said, "See you again soon, Pine Tree." And the only person that called Dipper Pine Tree was Bill. So he instantly knew. And I don't know if y'all knew this but we learned from the books and whatnot that came out a couple years ago, all the Bill Cipher books that came out, that the series that we watched, that was the only universe where they survived everything. Hmm. But all of them are powerful deities, and for some reason, all of those characters related to the realm are freaks of or freak-like creatures. I don't know. Yeah, but the human form that someone else had drew from the fandom was amazing, was beautiful, and inspired everybody else to go ahead and continue drawing him. And then, why am I drawing a name on? I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the creator of Gravity Falls went ahead and showed us what he would look like as a human, and he looks nothing like the fandom thought. He looks more atrocious, like he's supposed to be, but he looks more triangular shaped in a human form, and it's so weird. I don't know if I could show y'all that, but if like go look up what Bill Cipher looks like canonly. Human Bill Cipher canon. I don't. Just go ahead and look up that because I can't remember the name of his name right now. But I was so heartbroken when I saw that, and I was having like a normal day, and then I saw that on my TikTok feed, and I was like, why? Why did you do this? We're used to seeing him like this. Why would you show him like this? This is the canon version. And here's the thing, it makes sense for Bill to look like that because, like, it really fits him. Honestly, like, it really fits him as a character, like, as a whole. I saw it. I'm happy that they made him, like, look deformed and bizarre. He kind of reminds me of Penguin from, uh, DC. He kind of reminds me of Penguin. That's why I really like it. Dorito standing next to a xenomorph. I don't know. Quite the adventure, you. Quite the adventure, if you ask me. Yeah. Imagine, like, every time he wanted to, like, personally mess with somebody, he would come in as a human form. And I don't mean, like, taking over someone else's body like he does in the actual show. I mean, like, he shows up as himself in a human form. And everybody's like, he got beat with the ugly stick. What's up with you? And he's like, hey, you know me. I know you. It's your favorite pal and overlord, Bill Cipher. And he's like, why are you here? Why are you in my shop? Why do you look like that? Where's the regular pyramid looking guy? And he's like, I decided to make me a human form to make you look better. It's nice, isn't it? He looks more like the mayor of Nightmare Before. That's what I was thinking too. Okay, I'm not the only one that thought that. He does look almost exactly like the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. And personally, I like the mayor's design from Nightmare Before Christmas. I love the movie entirely. Y'all know that not Bill, I'm still stuck on Bill. Y'all know that Tim Burton didn't fully work on Nightmare Before Christmas? That technically isn't really his movie. He worked on it, but that's somebody else's movie. I can't remember his name right now, but you can look it up. You can see who the actual, like, full director was of the movie. And that isn't the first time that that happened, because everybody thinks, oh, Coraline was made by Tim Burton. I don't even think Tim Burton really worked on it. I think he barely worked on Coraline. What? Yeah, he didn't fully work on that. Coraline, I don't even think he worked on it at all. I don't remember at the moment, but y'all can look this up. We have pocket computers, as someone tells me. Hmm? But I remember when I learned that Coraline wasn't by Tim Burton. I was like, oh, well then. Coraline mentioned. Oh, I love Coraline. That is actually one of my favorite scary movies. We were just talking about Coraline yesterday. Hmm. Oh, it's the eagle reference thing. That's the wrong ball. You put a basketball. We don't have a baseball emoji? I'm pretty sure we have a baseball emoji. Who's y'all's favorite Nightmare Before Christmas character? My favorite one is Oogie Boogie. R.I.P. to the guy that voiced Oogie Boogie. He passed away last year, I think. Okay. Y'all don't know nothing about paranormal? Who don't know nothing about paranormal? Hold on. I grew up watching that too. Jack Skellington, Most Def. I love Jack. But between Jack and Sally, I choose Sally. I really like her design, more or less. Or Zero. I love Zero. Zero's so cute. But my favorite has always been the three little kids. I cannot remember their name right now. And Oogie Boogie. Like, please believe when those songs come on, I will be singing the entire song, all the parts, all the characters, and be completely out of breath. And the dog. Put some respect on Zero's name, please. We will have no Zero slander over here. We love Zero. Oh, I forgot to do that. Hold on. Not Zero? Which dog are you talking about then? Are you talking about the werewolf? The dog. Oh, Frankenweenie. I love Sparky. Sparky is his name. I love Sparky. Another one of my favorites. My favorite character in there? That's a bit harder to choose. Um, Vitalia, I think that was her name. She was Victor's next door neighbor. The girl that ended up singing at the end of the stuff. Frankenweenie is tough. Yes, I love Frankenweenie. I don't know if I have a coloring page of him, but I'm like 95% sure I have a coloring page of Frankenweenie. If y'all want to do that when we finish this one, we can. Those foreshadows was crazy on Sparky. They were. I really loved the teacher, the science teacher. What's his name? Uh, Dr. Xavier? It wasn't Xavier. It was something else. What was his name? What was his name? Names are just out of my mind today. I cannot remember nobody's name. I can't get into it. So creepy. That's the whole reason why I love it, though, because of how creepy it is. He had a weird name. He's foreign. I think he was Russian. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he was Russian. Can we talk about how he really wasn't helping his case though? When everybody was like, "Oh, your science fair is the reason why our children are getting hurt. You need to go," and he was like, "Okay, and y'all just scared of science. That's all. I'm trying to teach your kids not to be scared of science, and y'all ain't helping. I do not care. Personally, why did they give that kid a hunchback? I don't know, but it fits his character so well. What was his name? Ernest or something? No, it was something weird. Something normal but weird. It didn't fit him. His name didn't fit him, I don't think. How did Sparky not stink? The speech was wild. Yeah, he really did not care. He genuinely did not care. Because people be like, oh, I don't really care about losing my job. And they actually do care. But he was like, I do not care about this job at all. I love science. I love science. And I'm trying to show your kids that it's okay to love science with all your heart. And y'all ain't let me. So you know what? I'ma go. Y'all want me going? Fine then. I'ma leave. I have no problems with that. We never said Sparky didn't stink. Yeah, I really do wonder, did he stink? I mean, he's a unalive dog, so he, and then when you had to cook him in order to like bring him back because the sparks hit him and electrocute him, which kind of fried the body. So that had to have been strong. Nobody smelled him though. But you don't have to go up and smell something rotting. You can smell it from afar. And especially if he had been up there for a couple of weeks, how did the mom not smell him and she's almost home every day? Does y'all's place normally stink? Not gonna lie, if my pet came back, I wouldn't care. That's the whole point. At least he didn't smell like smoke. I think he probably smelled like smoke briefly after he had got struck by lightning, but um aside from that, I think it kind of like wore off over time. Okay, I'm glad we went with this green because it looks beautiful with the outline. Okay, this is what it's looking like. Hold on, I missed a bit over here. Excuse me. But I also love Mr. Whiskers and what's her name? Sally? Sally or Victoria? Wait, no, I think Victoria was the girl with the black hair, but the girl with the straight hair and the white with the white cat, she was big bug-eyed. I love her. Mr. Whiskers wanted to give you this. He had a dream about you. Ma'am, why is your cat here? Number one, we're at school. Why is your cat here? Fun fact, when animals when the animals went wild in the background you could see Bambi was on in the movie. Oh, now I'm gonna have to watch it again because I don't think I caught that. Thank you. Ah, good water. Did y'all drink water? You probably didn't, but if you did, good job. If you didn't, please drink some water today. At least 2 bottles a day. That's what 2 bottles a day. That's why I say every day, and I'm gonna continue saying that. Hmm. Currently drinking some? Good. Amazing. I like the fact that every pet represents a horror phenomenon. Yes, it does. I really love that. Like the turtle ended up being Godzilla. The hamster was a mummy, I guess. Why do you have that big old grave in the grave site? You can see that it was a well, I think it was a there's a difference between a grave site and a cemetery. They were at the cemetery, that's what it is. Oh, I just figured out the difference between a grave site and a cemetery. So the difference is in a grave site, that's directly next to a church. It's a grave site directly next to the church. But a graveyard is wait, a graveyard and a cemetery is not by a church. That's the difference. A cemetery is not by a church. A grave site is next to a church. And now that I think about it, yeah, in movies they would always show them at the grave site right next to the church, and you can hear like the bells going on in the background. Oh, here comes the sun! Yay! Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Y'all know that was by the Beatles? Yes, that was by the Beatles. The Beatles. there was a lot of songs by the Beatles that I did not know were by the Beatles. Like, what is it? The song with Michael Jackson, That Girl Is Mine. I always knew that it was Michael Jackson and Paul, I forgot his last name. But Paul, the bass, he's the bassist in the Beatles. One day I had seen like the video for it and I was like, that's the guy from the Beatles. What are you doing here? And when I thought about it, it came out, I think it came out in 1984. I think they had made the song in 1984. And it was either before or after uh Thriller had came out. Michael is the goat of rage baiting. Yes, yes, he is. You know, we could have had a whole album of him and Freddie Mercury, but Michael kept bringing his llama to the studio, and Freddie Mercury just got fed up with it and just called off the whole thing. You mean to tell me two of my favorite artists could have did an album together, but it never happened because Michael kept bringing the llama to the studio. Why on earth are you bringing the llama to the studio? Number one, Michael. I understand you can just do things because you're Michael. You're king of pop. You can do that. But the one of the things that like really he like every day, I think it was like 4 days that they did this in a row. And Freddie Mercury was like, okay, he keeps bringing this llama here. I'm sick and tired of this llama. Can we please not bring the llama today? And he was be like, okay, I'm still bringing my llama though. And he was so over Michael bringing the llama that he was like, you know what? We don't got to do the album together. We don't have to do the album at all, actually. Get rid of the whole album. I'm done. I'm sick of you and your llama. Diabolical work. Nah, the llama is mandatory. Was it though? But y'all want to know the craziest thing? Michael is scared of dogs, which is normal. But sir, you have lion cubs, tiger cubs. You own tigers, lions, and birds. You own almost every exotic pet that normal people have that aren't supposed to have. You are not allowed to own those things. But Michael, on the Thriller album, he has a baby tiger with him. Like, if you look through the photo shoot, all the photos, you will see that he is posed with a baby tiger. And then sometimes out in public, he would have his baby lion with him. He had cubs with him. Sir, how are you scared of dogs, but you're okay with holding a whole lion cub or a tiger cub? Okay. If it works for you, it works. The llama wanted to listen to the peak. Don't forget about Bubbles the chimpanzee. Oh, of course. Of course. We love Bubbles. Again, you have a whole chimpanzee, but you're scared of dogs. Okay. Let me calm down. It's serious, but it's not that serious. Again, about what I said yesterday. A chimpanzee with the right rules and whatnot, we can get past, okay? I'm used to chimpanzees, I'm used to apes, I'm used to little monkeys. Orangutans are strictly off the table. There is not enough money in the world you could give me to sit in a cage with orangutan for a full 24 hours. I would do that with literally any other monkey. Gorillas and all. I'm not doing that. Cause why are you staring at me like that? Okay, I think it's also the face shape of an orangutan that has also always scared me. Cause it kind of reminds me of like a mushroom. Why are you shaped like a mushroom and you're an animal? Why are you shaped like that? I don't know. And it's like the whole like ordeal of orangutans all together. They're like the smartest of like the big monkeys, I guess, the apes. Are orangutans apes? I'm pretty sure they are. Or are they their own entire species? What's wrong with orangutans? I don't know. Like I don't have no personal beef with them. No, I don't. Just stay on that side of the glass, please. They've always scared me. Like since I was like super young, I was always terrified of them. And I like a lot of creepy, weird things. Yeah, they are apes. Okay, so that is the one kind of ape that I do not want to sit in a enclosure with for 24 hours. Any other one, yes, I will do that. And I forgot to go back and look up if they have attacked people on the random, but I'm pretty sure they haven't. Which chimpanzees have a lot of records of attacking people, but I'd still rather sit with a chimpanzee than an orangutan. They are big apes. They hang with gorillas, not with gibbons. I know. Actually, their face is meant to be circle like that to tank hits to the face to spread impact through their whole face so that they can stay stunned shorter. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. I really did not know that. AKA Travis the chimp. Oh, okay. I have not a clue who that is. I'm drawing a blank. When it comes to knowing names, I'm not the greatest. I'll know you from, if you're like a movie actor, I'll know you from probably one or a few. Well, I'll know you from a few films, but whichever one stuck with me the most, that's who you're known as. And for years, I did not know that Selena Gomez played as Mavis in Hotel Transylvania. I didn't even know that Adam Sandler was Drac. He made the movie. I know that. Did not know that he was Drac. And then one day, like my mom had told me, like, you do know that's Adam Sandler, right? The same guy that's in Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. And I was like, wait, that is the same guy as him? And she was like, yeah, listen to his voice. And I can never unhear it now. Up, there goes the sun. Do 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 do. There goes the sun. I say it's alright. Travis ripped off his owner's face. Okay, I just forgot the name of the chimp. I did know that. And there's a movie. They keep making movies about this. I've seen like maybe two movies about it, but I've heard all the stories. I've seen the pictures, and oh my goodness. This is why we have to stop like messing with the other species of animals. A lot of people forget that we are animals. Don't know how, but I feel like we need to kind of stop harassing the other species because we would have a lot less casualties if we minded our business, genuinely. Because imagine you're a chimp, you're minding your business being a chimp, and then some people come to pick you up, and then a whole bunch of new people are around you, and you're like, okay, I don't really like this. I want to go back to where I'm used to being. And then they're like, you know what? You're gonna have a new owner now. Now somebody owns you. Diabolical work. Here's how the tree is looking, by the way. Now you're owned by somebody, and they're playing games with you like you a dog, and you probably don't even know what a dog is. But you're in this new environment, they're teaching you these new things, and you're like, yeah, this is cool and all. I don't really like y'all though. Y'all took me from like my home. So personally, I gotta scrap with you. I can understand it. You know, like I could understand that. Like on a personal level, I could understand it. And everybody want to blame Travis for the casualty. Why are we owning chimps in the first place? You couldn't just go to the zoo like a normal person and look at them like everybody else? You had to have it at your house 24/7? And how do you know how to take care of a chimp? Because I'm pretty sure these were like just rich people who just bought it, thinking like, oh, it's another animal that I can just own. And then you ended up messed up. Why did his owner's friend touches Tickle Me Animal, his favorite toy, by the way? And yeah, if you know they're territorial animals, why do you keep playing with them? That's the fun part. People don't do their research. Yeah. Here's the thing, even with research, you should let the animals take care of themselves, as they've been doing for years, millennias. Why do you all of a sudden need to take care of them? If you're even taking care of them. Now that I'm thinking about it. And again, if every person is different, that means every animal is different. So you don't know how they're going to like interact. They could have got a whole different chimp, and there could have been no casualty because of how the chimp felt. But then again, we will never know. Hold on. I'm trying to carefully outline these yellows. But like that's always bugged me. Like at first being a child hearing about this story, I was like, "Oh, that's terrible." But nowadays I'm like, "What was you doing to this chimp to make him want to rip your face off?" Like genuinely. What happened behind closed doors for this chimp to act out if he was acting so normal every other day? What made him act out today? What pushed this chimp to the limits to where it needed to either defend itself or act out in this sort of way? I got questions that I would like answers to that I'm probably not gonna get. But I've always like kind of started thinking that like after years of hearing about it. She actually tried to coax him after they injected him with his rabies shot. Then he crashed out. Okay, understandable. Think of a child getting a shot. They're gonna cry. They're gonna run away. They're gonna try and like figure out why are you hurting me. If you're supposed to be taking care of me, why are you hurting me? Think of it from a small child. Now think of that as a whole grown animal that does not fit into our social norms. Not sure there was different varieties of answers for this, not gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. I will never let that go. And I will I feel like kinda sorry because like getting your face ripped off is crazy, but he learned to mimic human voices. Yeah, that's the here's the thing though. We don't know if that was evil intent or survival. I'm gonna just stay on the sidelines, mind my business. And here's the thing: I want to own normal exotic animals. I want to own axolotls and whatnot. They don't do much. They're very fun and floppy, but they're illegal in the United States. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that they're illegal in the United States. But somehow we have a lot of them here. Don't really like that, but you know, they're actually native to Mexico. So this is how the tree is looking now. He often said, "Why?" At the doctor's. He could say hello, no, yes, why, and he could laugh. Yeah. So this is what the top's looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and do this flower right here. Oh, okay. The sun just came all the way through. Jeez. Nice. Very nice. Alrighty. Now I had this beautiful combo for these roses I did. It was like three different colors. I think we had this one, and this one. I'm pretty sure we had all three of these. But let me show y'all if I have it right here. Hold on. Where would I put that? I really want a horror movie where animals or apes takes over the world and humans no longer exist. Well, here's the thing. Technically, that movie already exists. It's called Planet of the Apes. It's a series, and that's one of the latest movies, I think. But yeah, that's just Planet of the Apes. Mm, okay, I'm okay. Alrighty, so we start with a dark. Oh, it's end of the live already? Hold on. That is the end of the live. So we're good. I think we're at a good like stopping point. So this is what we got done so far. Looking nice, looking real cute. Timmy looks so crazy. Look, like in the back, he looks so creepy right here. Only remember his name because we looked at the book. All Alrighty, so that is the end of the live. I'm gonna leave these here so I remember what I'm gonna do for the rest of the stuff. And I'm going to keep these colors, these greens for the grass and these bushes back here. So I'm gonna reuse those colors that we used on the tree up here. And I can't fully make out what all is in this food basket, but I see the carrots, possibly some lettuce, and this looks like a cake right here. I don't have a clue what any of this other stuff is. And then she has her cup right there. Alrighty, so make sure to like the live before you leave if you haven't already. Make sure to check out the channel, see if you like something over here. And if you don't like anything over here, go ahead and go over to Taj's Luxury 2 and go check out the stuff over there. Make sure you subscribe over there if you want to. You don't got to, but I would appreciate it if you did. Make sure to drink 2 bottles of water today. Eat something that is good for your body. Whether it's like, I don't know. I don't know why I draw the blank. Eat something that's nourishing for your body today. So no whole bunch of snacks. Eat some like real food. I love y'all. Bye.